Hello, I thought I'd do another review. This one's for Legend by Marie Lu, and I have the UK edition, I think. Now, I prefer it to the American edition. I mean, a lot of people love it, but I don't really like it. But I would say that this person, you look a little bit cheesy. So I prefer the back. I don't know, just nice colours. Obviously, this one came out ages ago, and I think it was featured in a haul I did on this channel a long time ago, and loads of people have read this book already, reviewed it on YouTube, but I started it soon after buying it, did not like it, had to put it down. I realised that this is like 2 years ago that I bought this book and started it, and yeah, finally finished it yesterday. So I'm just gonna get on with this. I will say the first time around, as I said, I could not get on with it, which is quite surprising given that there is so much love for this series on here. I would say I think I had read quite a few dystopian books around the time that I was reading this, and so it didn't seem that unusual. I could kind of predict where the story was going, and to be honest, having read it now, I was pretty close. I wouldn't say that I'm particularly good at doing that, but it didn't strike me as that unusual an idea within the dystopian genre. The second time trying it has been a lot better, but some things still did kind of grate. The story of this book revolves around two characters, Day and June. They live in what has become of North America and is known as the Republic. There is also the colonies, and the Republic and the colonies are fighting each other, and we don't really get to see much of those. So it's a dual narrative, so we get to see both from June and Day's perspective. June is the golden child of the Republic. She got a perfect score in her trial, which is a test everyone takes when they're 10 years old, and it basically determines whether you're fit for normal work in society or whether you go off to these labour camps. Sounds a bit sinister. And then there's Day, who is also 15. He goes around breaking into places, stealing things. It's kind of on the run, living in the streets. We get to see from both these two perspectives. They really start interacting when June's brother is murdered, and it's apparently Day's fault. He's the one who committed the crime. So then all this stuff starts happening, and she's like, I'm gonna go find you and avenge my brother's death, and because she now has no one left because her parents are dead too. Whereas Day is trying to support his family. His mum thinks he's dead, but he's still trying to get money to them. Okay, plot wise, as I said, I could kind of predict what was going to be happening, and I'm not going to go into it too much because if you haven't read it, which would be surprising given its popularity on here, but you could kind of see it coming. The characters were going to interact, certain things were going to come out, you know, just it wasn't that surprising. And I think my problem with it was that I didn't connect enough with the characters for me to want to read it anyway the first time around. So the second time, I would still say the characters did great a little bit. The main characters, just I didn't think a lot of what they did was that realistic, and maybe that's just me, but a lot of the time I wasn't that convinced by not just the main characters but quite a few of the characters' actions and reactions to things that happened, even small things like if they would smile at that. I didn't just accept it, and the fact that I didn't meant that I couldn't really get immersed in the reading experience. I did quite like John, who's Day's brother, and Tess, and Matthias. We didn't see much of him, but he seemed quite cool too. Character-wise, I didn't think it was that strong. That was one of the big weaknesses of the book for me. I thought the fight scenes were fairly good, but overall, I think it was a 2.5, which is pretty harsh for me. Won't be continuing with the series, I don't think. I think I am getting more harsh with my reading of books. I'm kind of viewing it from the more critical perspective. A lot of people do really enjoy this book, and if maybe who haven't just read a dystopian and give it a bit more space, because the twists, if they are twists, then they could be good, you know? I definitely wouldn't rule this book out, but I personally did not have a great reading experience when I was reading it. So, yeah, bye.